Yo, what's up YouTube? Shout out to all the fellow Viewmanbeings out there. Thank you for tuning in twice again to the Viewturistic YouTube channel. You tuned into another episode of Viewology. First, I want to welcome all of our new subscribers. Make sure you comment below. Also, if you have any questions or any topic ideas that you want to share with us, please don't hesitate to send those out to Jacob. Nope, I'm sorry, that's our old email. theviewer@gmail.com. That's TheViewture@gmail.com. What's up? You want to get in this video? You want to get in this one?
Yeah.
Alright, come here. Alright. So, as you can see, we got a special guest today. Say what's up, Gunner. Say what's up to the camera.
What's up to the camera?
Yeah. So today we're actually going to talk about discipline and the importance of discipline when it comes to accomplishing the different goals in your life. I want to start by saying that I did not always have the strongest source of self-discipline when it came to accomplishing the things that I wanted to accomplish. I mean, for a while, when I was in my early teens, in my pre-teens, whatever you consider those years, I mean, I didn't really have any ambition at all. I just was floating through life aimlessly, not putting much consideration into what I was going to do when I grow up. I mean, even throughout high school, to be honest, okay, confession moment. High school was super easy to me, and that's why I didn't even put a lot of effort into it. I still ended up graduating with like a 3.1 or something like that, and I didn't even put half the effort into doing it just because I didn't have the discipline to do high school. But like thinking back, I cheated myself. For one, I cheated myself out of the reward of having a much stronger academic record that could have led to things like scholarships, let's say. I could have got my entire college paid off perhaps, because I mean, there's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that if I would have put in the necessary effort and been disciplined to put in that effort when I was in high school, I probably could have graduated with a 4.0 average, because that's how easy it was. But I robbed myself of that. But it's a learning experience, and it's also an opportunity to make sure I can instill discipline in this little dude right here, so that he doesn't have to suffer from the same mistakes that I made. Now, somewhere, I think my discipline really started becoming as strong as it is now after I read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I read this book probably about 6 or 7 years ago or something like that. I was in my mid-20s, and I was just at a point in my life where I needed a change. At the time, that's when DJ Animosity was still in full effect in the city, and I didn't have much to worry about, in the front of my mind, but in the back of my mind, I knew that wouldn't last forever, and it didn't. So I was looking for a change, and I was looking for a way to discipline myself to make sure that the goals that I set would actually be reached. Now, that takes it. This is gonna sound weird, but it's really the only way that I can explain it. It takes discipline to establish discipline, if that makes any sense. But that's really how I feel about it. Something has to click in your mind to tell yourself, hey, like, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z no matter what it takes. And I started by taking small steps. I would tell myself, hey, I'm gonna get up before the sun comes up in the morning to go for a run. Now, I can probably guarantee that 85% of the general population, that doesn't sound like a splendid idea. Not many people want to get up before the sun comes up to go outside and run, especially in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when it's cold outside. And that's actually when I started. I started doing that in like February. There wasn't snow on the ground, but it was freezing cold. But I would test myself. I would set benchmarks like that was something outside of my comfort zone, just to see if I would do it. And sure enough, as expected, the first couple times that I set my alarm to do that, I would wake up the next morning, or lack thereof, that alarm would go off and I hit the snooze button, and before I know it, the sun is up, and I missed my opportunity to prove myself that to prove to myself that I can do it. But I would tell myself, okay, tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow I'll do it. Oh, what a tongue twister. And there were a certain amount of tomorrows that came before I actually did it. But the thing about it, when I actually did it, that made a huge difference in the confidence that I had in myself to trust that I would do what I told myself that I would do. Before I know it, that became easier and easier. Now the key to it is to tell yourself when you set this goal that no matter what, like no matter how uncomfortable you're gonna feel, no matter how cold it is outside, no matter, that too loud for you? No matter how cold it is outside, no matter what, you're gonna set out to accomplish this goal and you're gonna do it. Now a lot of people ask me like, how am I able to do that? And to be perfectly honest, it comes with training. Like you have to train your willpower to have a strong willpower. Discipline and willpower go hand in hand, and they're both just like any other muscle in your body. If you want your biceps to be stronger, the only way that your biceps are going to be stronger is if you put them under a certain amount of stress. If you put them under a certain amount of stress that's outside the natural limitations of the stress that they're accustomed to receiving. But once you put that stress on the bicep, it's going to get stronger, it's going to get bigger, just like your discipline and your willpower. So the more that you do things that you don't want to do, even when, at the times when you absolutely don't want to do it, the more times you push through those moments and actually do it, the stronger the discipline is going to be, the stronger the willpower is going to be, and that's going to transcend into other areas of your life. Something else that I do to strengthen my discipline is twice a year for 30 days, I pick 3 things that are the most tempting to me, and I just quit them cold turkey. Like the day before I go into it, I definitely binge out on. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. But so I picked 3 things that are absolutely the most tempting to me, and for 30 days I cut them completely out. I usually do this 30 days leading into my birthday of that year, and then at about the halfway mark of that year, or of my year, I do another 30-day cleanse, or a discipline check, that I like, or what I like to call them. So for example, October of this past year, so my birthday is November 4th. So from October 1st until October 30th, from October 1st to October 30th, at that time, the things that I felt that were most tempting to me were sweets, sugar, so things like ice cream, cake, cookies, all that shit, meat, and sexual activity in any form. So those were the 3 things that I felt that were the most tempting to me, so I cut them out completely for 30 days. And I had no sexual activity for 30 days, no sweets for 30 days, and no meats for 30 days. And because from doing that, like I said, it made me more comfortable in being able to make disciplinary choices in other areas of my life, which I'll talk about in future videos. I'm going to end that there. Definitely want to thank you for checking out this episode of Viewology. Be sure to tune in to our next episode. Also, send us any questions or topics you may have at theviewture@gmail.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.